Hello everyone, Dreamsword here, and I'm joined by a brand new guest this time. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Project EX. I don't do anything on YouTube, but you should totally follow me on Tumblr.
And Twitter.
Bet I ain't gonna use it.
Hi there, I'm Fluffy. Welcome to the Royal Museum.
Wow, there sure is a lot of cool stuff around here.
Yeah, like this floor.
I wish we had time to
That
look
is
at
a
it all,
really neat
but
floor.
We've gotta find a way out of London.
Don't worry, I'll help you find the information you need. But I'm afraid that first we have a few tasks to complete.
Like what?
I think Cruella's henchman...
Dude, is that
has been
Macklemore?
prowling around here, because a few
Yes, we have to kill
artifacts have been
Macklemore.
moved around.
Aww.
We have to put them back in their proper places before the museum opens up tomorrow.
Okay, what can we do to help?
The first
You must
artifact
find
is an old
Sacagawea
coin
coins.
made by ancient
Yes.
Romans. I need to put it back in the Roman exhibit. So would you go get the coin and bring it back to me?
Okay, see you in a bit.
No idea why their dialogue cut off there. But whatever, this is the Royal Museum. It's probably my favorite level in this game, personally. Just because it's not a particularly long level, really. It's got a lot of variety, though, and that's why I like it. And I forgot these enemies were here, which is why I got hit. Get out of here.
Yes, variety. Like they felt it was so important to frame someone's lunch as an art museum attraction.
It is. That was what George Washington ate for breakfast every day, don't you know?
I don't think they invented the burger in whenever George Washington was alive.
I think the historians who tune in to this channel will disagree with you.
I think the historians who would tune into this channel are full of
Whatever. Ah, dang it, missed that jump. But yeah, this level, you might notice that this is one of the longer episodes, too. There's a couple reasons for that. One, because of the variety of this level and the things you can do. And two, I kind of went back on my word about saying that I wasn't going to 100% any other levels. Mainly because this one's a little tricky about where it hides its stuff, so I figured I would show it off to help people out. And also, that door right there is a red herring and totally useless. It will never open.
And 4, I only get one other part, so this is the best you're gonna get of me. So if you don't enjoy me, then suck a knob.
What he really means is, I am sorry that you do not enjoy my company. Next time I will work on my speaking skills, and blow up dynamite, and play with remote cars.
And by that, I mean suck a knob.
And by that, he means get your coat. Ow! Dang it. But, yeah, this, not only does this level have multiple rooms, and thus a variety of the settings, or at least as much as they could get for what little money they apparently had for this title, but it also has multiple levels which you need to traverse through. And, here's a game to play during this. See if you can spot the obvious thing I missed here. Because I kind of forgot to get something earlier. So I need to backtrack to this room later. But here's a thing you might not know you could do.
Neat.
Hop on this thing's head.
Welcome to Dinosaur Land.
This is totally safe, kids. You should try this at your next National History Museum. It'll work out great for you.
Totally legit.
Also, I don't know how a hamburger is floating in space. Or in the air, rather.
Ask Hagakure.
Yes. Anyway, enough of that. That's another thing that might trip you up if you don't know that you can hop on the dinosaur's head when he lowers it. But, yeah. Also, for those who don't know, or who couldn't tell by his hair, if I am to recall right, Fluffy is actually Cruella's dog. So Cruella is so evil, even her dog hates her.
Yeah.
Great. You brought me the
It's
coin.
Mono Dog.
I'll make sure it's put
Yeah.
back in its proper place. Here's the next artifact you need to find. This scarab is a symbol of eternal life, and it's supposed to be in the pyramid exhibit on ancient Egypt. Could you bring it back to me?
A poisonous brooch!
Yeah, but we're gonna actually ignore his request and go in the pyramid room instead. You'll see why in a minute.
Ryan, this for you.
Indeed.
Heads up, buddy. I'm pretty sure LeBelt is creeping around the museum somewhere.
Hello, Macklemore.
I bet he's trying to set up some kind of lame trap.
It's a trap.
But I wouldn't worry too much about him.
Yeah, LePelt has got to be the clumsiest Frenchman of all time.
Macklemore has to be the clumsiest Frenchman of all time.
Oh, I thought she said hungriest.
The hungriest Frenchman of all time. You have to have some kind of record for that title.
If only I was French.
Indeed. But anyway, another thing that resembles the Deadly Pyramid of Board Game Online that you're about to see after I'm done surveilling all of the outer area. Also, pay close attention to the scenery here, too, because it holds a little bit of a thing that you can notice.
Okay.
Check this out. Anyway, look, Macklemore was hiding in here, right? Well, apparently not. So, no idea where he went. Maybe he's on lunch break or something.
There's LePelt's trap.
He is the hungriest Frenchman, after
Even
all.
if I did get caught in there, that hole in the side is plenty large.
Well, that's
enough for
oddly
me to get
Indeed.
convenient.
That gives me an idea, and boy is LePelt gonna be mad.
He's gonna be
All I have to do
200%
is
mad.
jump into that sarcophagus.
200% mad.
Anyway, if you think you can jump up there later, you're right. But let's check for him yet again, just to make sure. Yeah, he's nowhere. I guess I'll just sleep in the sarcophagus, and he teleported.
Now the stick snaps, and voila!
Nope.
What? My ingenious trap, a failure. Good. The puppy is trapped anyway.
You just floated out the plane of existence in that sarcophagus.
As usual,
Yeah.
I am victorious.
Roll.
Metal Gear,
Now where
Metal
are
Gear
you,
Oddball.
mon petit
Puppy
chien?
espionage action. Bonk.
Poor LePelt.
Do you have any floating
It is
hamburgers?
very dark in here.
Well, at least his mummy loves him.
Oh god, the puns. Anyway, enough of that. Now let's get our way out of here. If only Ryan was so successful at the pyramid, maybe he too could have Macklemore.
I was about to say, why doesn't he just use the power of Macklemore to aid him through the pyramid?
Well, he's found the Pharaoh's treasure a couple times. Maybe the Pharaoh's treasure is Macklemore.
There's just a thrift shop in there with all clothes at like less than $10.
Indeed. Anyway, I kind of get myself a little bit confused here and go into the wrong room. On accident.
Oops.
However, there is something you should take note of here. First of all, killing that guy, so you don't have to do it later. And next off, there's a couple things in that room hidden. And it's also the exit to the level, which you might not realize when they actually show you it, because it's a little weird.
Neat.
In fact, this is the... I think, if not the only one of the few levels where you actually have to do at least half the stuff before you can leave. You can't just gun through the level.
You can't just play Croc in The Legend of Gobos.
Pretty much. Platforming. And apparently Phoenix Wright agrees. Anyway, forget those knives. But yeah, if you guys heard the Take That in the background, that was my ringtone. So... Or my text tone, rather. Anyway, Waddlesworth, you're like the only checkpoint in this whole level. Don't know why you're hidden in here.
He's just chilling.
You know, I just realized, when you go up to save with Waddlesworth, he spends his time smelling his own armpits. I don't know why.
That's where he keeps his record book.
I guess so, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go up here real quick to show off something else.
Puppy!
Yippee! I'm free!
What a rude dog.
What? He just shouted that he was free. He was thanking you. Anyway, yeah, there's an upper level, but now that's kind of a trick too, because you don't get to the upper levels of the other rooms through that. You have to go through other stuff. Again, I don't know if the people who designed this game actually studied, you know, but whatever.
Studied at all.
Basically, just screw it. Not even gonna try. Hi, Fluffy. How you doing, buddy?
Here's the scarab, Fluffy. What's next?
Most excellent, my friend. The next misplaced artifact is a fossilized bone from the Jurassic dinosaur, Brachiosaurus.
Yummy, a giant bone.
Sorry, fossils are actually hard as stone, so it won't taste very good.
Oh well, we'll bring it back as soon
It's
as
a
we can.
stone, Luigi. You didn't make it.
I actually do like how they thought of that. They were like, oh wait, they're dogs. They'd probably want to eat it. I also like how, if you heard it during that whole scene, it implied Fluffy already tried to eat the friggin' bones in the museum once.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. So, there you go.
Did you get the bone?
Yeah, and phew, was that heavy. What's next?
I checked in the exhibit of royal treasures, and the crown of King Henry VIII is missing. Bring it back to me, and we're almost done.
One crown coming up.
It'll give you the curse of only having daughters as children.
Indeed. But, here's where they kind of slip you up, because, they expect you to go up here to get to the other level, right? Well, you're wrong! You're actually supposed to go through another room. But I don't listen to my own advice and go in here anyway. And then I'm like, wait, crap, not that way. Quick,
You're
to
just
the
like,
other place.
I like that room. Now to progress.
Well, yeah, nice room aside, like I've noted in previous levels, like, you know, the toy store, the layouts of these levels can be kind of weird due to how, Crystal Dynamics seems to have designed them, thinking that certain floors can transition to other floors, even though it wouldn't really make much sense to do so. This level is guilty of that as well.
Yeah, you're actually supposed to go through the dinosaur room here, if you didn't notice it earlier in the level. This isn't the thing I missed, by the way. I still missed it, and I'll be going back to it later. But, yeah, see, what sense does this make? When you think about, how the layout of this building must be, in overall terms.
It makes at least 4 cents.
No, not even that much.
Keep the change.
Way to go!
Thank you.
Shoryuken!
It's now online. Anyway, see that thing? Flip the switch.
Now King Tut is hungry.
Basically, but we're gonna go over this other way because there's still bones and stuff I gotta collect.
Because we're hungry.
Now, if only there was a helicopter in the background, but I suppose we already kinda did that with Big Ben. A shame we didn't make that joke.
So, you guys should be very thankful I'm abusing the hedgehog roll as I am, otherwise this would take even longer. Anyway, this part is a pretty tricky jump, because if you jump too far, you'll go sliding off the pyramid, like I almost did there, see? So, be very careful here. And then there's an entrance to the top of the pyramid. See, this is why Ryan couldn't get through the deadly pyramid. He had to enter through the top, not the side.
If only he catapulted into it.
Indeed. And also be careful here, because there's holes in the floor for no reason, and they'll drop you down, and you'll have to go all the way back to get stuff.
Because ancient Egyptians were assholes.
Apparently, yeah.
Well, we have the original Yu-Gi-Oh series to prove for that.
Clearly. Now, where's my Shadow games? Don't ask me why a European knight was in an Egyptian pyramid. I don't know the answer to that one.
It was Gaia the Fierce Knight in a tactical.
Maybe it was. Now, where's Curse of Dragon? Okay. I just love how cocky some of these enemies are. It's great. On guard! Bam.
I got this.
basically. Now, in here, where does this lead, you might ask? It leads right back out here. Anyway, there's a cutscene you can trigger here that I try to do. But it just doesn't want to happen for some reason.
I dislike this gloomy place.
Well, fun fact, when I was a kid, that actually freaked me out because I didn't expect him to say anything. And then all of a sudden, he just says really evilly, "I hate this place." And I'm like, whoa, bro.
Macklemore is back from the not dead.
Macklemore, he's back.
Wait for me, zombie. Wait for me, Mummy Macklemore.
Yes. Anyway, here you go, Fluffy. Take this crown.
Here's the crown.
And here's the total you
Are we
moment, by
done
the
yet?
way, Tom.
Not quite yet.
Donut.
You need to find a missing jelly donut.
A jelly donut?
I'll explain everything when you bring it back.
Whatever you say,
These
Fluffy.
donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
Personally, I don't like jelly-filled donuts. Personally. I prefer, you know, the ones with holes in them.
Personally, I prefer the air.
Like this one.
Ah, thanks
Banana
for rescuing
Aeon.
me.
Yeah, I have weird friends. Anyway, you can't jump up there. You have to jump on this thing first. Then you can jump over there. Platforming.
Hungry.
Waddlesworth, I don't feel like waking you up. Screw it. Fun fact, actually saving your game is kind of pointless, because, I'll show this off later, but whenever you restart a level, everything in the level respawns, and you have to collect it again. Which is another thing that makes 100% in this level kind of tedious. Or rather, not just this level, in the game in general.
Okay, we got the donut. What now?
Nom.
Hey, Fluffy, you ate the jelly donut.
Yeah, that's what it was for. I was really hungry.
Hey Zach, I need you to pick me up a
How do we
Diet
get out of
Cola.
London?
Well, now we
I'm
put
watching
all the
my
artifacts
weight, you
back in
know.
their proper exhibits, and the night watchman has just opened the back door. You can use the back door, and you'll be ready for the next part of your journey, down through the underground and out of London.
Thanks, Fluffy. Don't eat too many donuts.
Yeah, they're actually kind of bad for dogs.
I was about to say.
Anyway, here's the thing that also makes this level kind of tricky. They hide the last bone in this level here, like right in front of the gate, and if you inch yourself forward too much, they'll auto-execute from the level. So anyway, we're gonna go back and use our super sniff powers to find the rest of the hidden stuff in this level, since, you know, we have 96 bones anyway, why not? But yeah, that's actually in the medieval exhibit. That's not in the back where you would actually expect it to be, since, you know, it's the back door. But whatever.
Nah, son.
Let's get this. And here's the obvious thing I missed earlier.
You saved me.
Yeah, you could. It was actually right in front of my face a couple times when I was in the dinosaur exhibit, but I just didn't notice it for some reason.
To be fair, it's an easy mistake because I couldn't even see it.
Anyway, this is also a little bit of a tricky part because you have to be sure to get back to this pyramid again and sniff around. They were douchey enough to hide bones in the place where you can easily fall.
They were douchey enough to hide bones in the place where people died.
Basically. So let's switch to Domino and get the heck out of here.
I got dominoes.
Yep. So that's our second 100% completed level. That might not be our last one either, because there's a couple other levels in this game that are a bit tricky too, so I might show those off. Anyway, next time is the Underground. We'll see you then.
Signing out.